Clash of Clans, episode 25.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.
And we're back with the Clash of Clans with the fans of the stands. I'm your pal, Big Boneyard. I'm here with my pal, Scotty. What's up, Scotty?
Boneyard.
Right away, I'm going to say, if you can hear that snoring, it's the fucking dog upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs.
Not even in the same room.
I know. I don't even
Snoring
know.
through the floor.
I don't even know how you soundproof a room. A basement. We're in a fucking bunker.
We're here in the sound studio at WBS17 Radio, and that dog is rattling the house.
Yeah, and we got a nice coconut tree or palm tree behind Boneyard all lit up.
Oh yeah, if you guys have seen the picture of the WBS17 studio, it's on the blog, right?
Oh no, I have. You know what? I haven't put
Twitter
it on the blog.
You did Twitter it.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Tweet it.
You did tweet it at WBSMT Radio. Check us out on the Twitter.
Yeah, can you go back through people's old I don't even know if I do that.
I think I don't know how it works.
You know
I'm
what?
still
We'll have
new.
to do
We're
it.
both new, but like if you look at somebody, you can look at the pictures that they tweeted, and so you can see.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You know what? Tweet me, and I'll tweet it back to you. How about that?
Yeah. Well, we got to do a new picture actually, because now we're putting in a movie studio or a movie projector screen in tonight.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a little later on for Nerd Out with Scotty and Boneyard. A special ClashClansPodcast.com presents Nerd Out with Scotty and Boneyard. That's going to be a new thing.
Instead of a Take the Piss segment, we're just going to spin it off into
talking about me and him jibber jabbering about some bull crap.
Yeah. So those of you who like the Clash of Clans podcast and you like the nerdy banter, then you know where to find us on the other thing. So we'll be putting it on the it'll be on the podcast channel.
We have a channel?
Well, you know,
Cool.
It's going to be Clash of Clans podcast. Like, it'll be in the iTunes feed or whatever, and any feed you get.
That's fancy.
It'll be presents.
That's fancy.
So until we
spin it off into
if
its
it
own
works,
show?
you know, if it works,
well,
gotta try things out, right?
Spin it off into the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
That was one thing Archie Bunker did. Moving on up.
All right.
Let's get back into the Clash of Clans.
Okay.
Scotty, where you at? We've been talking about some shits.
Yeah. So
Hog Riders, specific Hog Riders.
Yeah, I want to know. So you are sending your Hog Riders fully in, right?
Yeah, right. I dropped 16 or 18 at once. And send them in a V formation.
But how do you know they go in a V formation? Or you mean you?
No. I don't. I use two fingers right next to each other, so they go in like two columns of 8.
See, I don't.
And
I
they go in, and they usually will. Usually, they just hit the first thing that they're going after. Like they're going in right after the wizard that's right there. Get him out of there with the splash damage. Boom, and then they'll split up, and they'll go because usually I'm attacking in a corner, so I want them to hit the first one and then V off and do the flying V Hog Rider style.
Yeah, see,
and then they just go kind of split up and they knock some shit out. And I send those goblins right up behind them, right up the ass.
So I have been doing 12 to 16, 17, 18 Hog Riders, usually about 10 giants, and
I like that.
And bombers.
I like that, but they're slow.
And then a bunch of barbarians and like 3 wizards and some archers.
Yeah, right. Okay, I like that. I like that idea, and I like that outfit. I can imagine how that would work out because you got different guys doing different things, range, this and that. Got some wizards backing up your archers with some range shit. Barbarians are going in, fucking it up.
Yeah,
but it just seems so complicated, and it takes so long.
No, because I learned from you.
Why not have 100 goblins?
See, I have 2. The 2 Dark Barracks are doing Hog Riders all the time.
Yeah, right.
One is doing giants.
Yeah.
One is doing barbarians.
Okay.
And then one I'm getting lucky, or one's doing wizards. Did I say that already?
No.
And then the other one is doing 5 bombers and archers. And sometimes I fuck it up.
You're kind of back and forth with archers and bombers. Well,
I want 5 bombers if I can. and then the rest
And
are
it's
yours.
back and forth, up and down. Sometimes you get 2 bombers, sometimes you don't get any, sometimes you might get 10,
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Or arch. I like that.
So I've been-
that's the way to do it because you got.
So that's a real change up for my.
It's just so less complicated. You just every time you have a fight, you go back to your barracks and you click on one, and you go brrr, back to full, brrr, back to full, and you do that through all 6 of them, and then you're ready. And then you're ready for the next fight.
So I wonder then,
Just put all bombers on the one end.
you know, what would be interesting question would be what would be the ultimate combination? Because if you could
how about this?
if you could push one on each thing and they all were going at the same time, what would be the ultimate 6? That would all what would be the fucking Avengers, or the A-Team? What would be? You'd have a witch that came down with 2 witches, a golem. You'd have
it really
six.
has to go time wise versus cost.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think your bombers.
Cost doesn't matter.
How much are your wizards, and how long do they take?
I think they're. I don't know if they're 8 minutes, 5 minutes.
Okay, so knock those out of there and do one thing of giants, one thing of bombers, and 2 things.
Yeah, but
of
my
bards.
wizards are maxed out, and you know what kind of damage?
Are they badass or
You know
what?
what's
Maybe 2 things of wizards.
3 wizards. Yeah, you know what though? If you get more than 3, then they start grouping up, and you get hit with the same things.
You don't group them up, man. You spread them out.
takes
You
it-
spread them out. You rub that thumb around
not-
there. You're rubbing your thumb on it. Yeah, rub it out.
See, but my strategy is go in, break through. I don't go around.
You're doing a wedge formation right into a wall. And
No,
just bust that shit up.
I come in from 1 or 2 directions and try to crush. I might come in all from one side, but I'll start with wherever the king is. I'll do the archers or
Take him
whatever if
out,
I have to.
Yeah.
And then giants I'll send in where I know they're going to do the most damage because I'll drop a heal spell on them. So I'll let them lumber through. And then I've been experimenting with the hog riders, and I was sending them in, and I thought, well, send them in later. I think the key is if you send 2 in one way, then they're going, and then all the defenses come after them, and then you send in the other things from the other side, the other ones.
A swarm of them, yeah. 10.
Because they're already attacking, these ones, and then they come in and just
hit them from the backside.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
they're like a pack animal on the.
They're great. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Because they come in, and then when you
They're
send
like hyenas.
when you send in 20 of them, they're still left over at the end. They're walking around mopping up shit. There's
I've
still 6
never
of them.
I've never had a battle where the hog rider was. One battle where the hog rider was standing at the end.
I've had 6 of them.
I've never had one battle where the hog rider was sitting at the end.
I've had 6 of them. They're always hanging out.
Do you do?
They're like, oh, we're gonna go over there and get that builder hut. And they're tromping their asses all the way
that
over to
the
the
point
corner.
where you're strutting around the house going hog rider, hog rider?
No. Usually I'm sleepy eyed, laying in bed, thumbing my phone for a while.
That has been the hardest thing. So I'm re-energized about the game, and that's what I want to kind of talk about in this episode about where I should go. So I kind of got re-energized, started
right.
playing because I
Scotty.
started changing up the new armies,
Meh.
figuring out what I want to do next in the game. Because I've been sitting at Town Hall 9 for 4 or 5 months.
Not long enough.
I don't know about that.
Well, hit me with it.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Before we start this off, let me tell you that this episode is brought to you by Bud Light and Miller Lite. The Fresh Maker.
Keep it classy.
Keep it classy.
So I've been sitting here thinking. So I'm pulling my iPad. That was the sound that was being made.
This is me playing the drums on the microphone.
Okay. Let's stop that now.
All right.
All right. So
What? Town Hall level 10.
first of all, let me just say it.
You know what? I think it's a good idea.
Let me just plead my case. And here's
All right.
okay, because this is a hard decision. It was jumping from 8 to 9. I waited because Boots told me
Right.
to wait.
It was a good idea to
and it
wait.
was a good idea to wait.
And I waited a long time.
Yeah, but then did you notice the benefit with the drill?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Well, you know what, though? I wasn't even... when I finally did it, I wasn't even maxed out on my drill at level 8.
okay.
I think I did my drill... I got up to level 9 because I...
And you know, I'm a firm believer in the
I
Dark
was like...
Elixir economy.
Because everything but my drills was maxed out, and I was like... Had 6 million elixir, and I couldn't do anything with it. So I had to go ahead, and I was like draining off dragons and things because I couldn't...
That is
I was stuck at the top.
where I'm at in the game.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
At 8 million.
Turn that around. You can hold 8 million and you have 7.9.
Well, hold on. Let me collect one more, and then they turn red, and it says it's full. So, here's where I'm at. I said I'm not going to level 10 until at least my clan castle is at full thing. So all week I battled, I raided, I pillaged, I fought my way to that 7 million gold.
Really?
Yeah. It was a fucking nightmare.
I bet.
But I got there.
I'm frustrated when I can't get 2.16 for my...
Well, I
stupid
made
thing.
like... I'll make like... On a normal, regular, not super playing day, you have a couple great battles and you have a decent defense. You know, 1 million is all right.
Gaining 1 million in one day?
Being active, you know, and gaining
yeah,
1
that's
million
good.
in
Yeah,
a
that's
day.
good. That's good.
But if you push it, you know, and so that's where I was going. You know, I was really fucking strategizing all week.
How long does it take you to make an army? That, you know, it comes back to that. How, if you're going to play...
Yeah, but you know
Are
what?
you
A
gonna
cheap
play-
army is also not necessarily the best thing, because if you can go in and you can make so much. I mean, I guess you had time, but it still probably works out to the same.
You know,
because if you can't go in there and get,
it's an
if you can't go
age-old
get
thing,
two,
time versus money.
yeah. But I think it would average. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm being dumb, but
When you have 10 grand in Dark Elixir and you want to just blow it, you make...
why would you
Rider
want to
arm?
blow 10 grand in Dark Elixir?
Because you're already upgrading.
But
something's
you've got to
upgrading.
save up for your next
Yeah, you
thing.
do that after. Like, I timed my upgrades of my Dark Barracks to saving Dark Elixir. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this because I'm not going to make Dark Troops because I need to save Dark Elixir. So I'm going to upgrade it because, you know what I mean?
I have been spending my Dark Elixir. I just always think, for some reason, ever since the Dark Elixir, I'm like, that shit is precious. That is precious stuff.
Precious
It
glue.
has to be used wisely.
Yeah, it has to be used in the innards of your minions so they can spit it down on your enemies. Acid burn face.
Thank you.
Yeah, that happens. That just
If
happened.
you could have
Scotty,
seen it,
Scotty, that just happened.
it was awesome. So,
Anywho, level 10, you really want to do that?
here's
It's
why
cool
I'm
looking.
thinking.
It's got lava and shit.
I've been so I did
And you can get those zapping jabbers.
did
What
the-
is that thing called?
I hit the diamond
the hell
lead.
mouth? The eyeball thing? The Eye of Sauron, you know what I'm talking about?
No, yeah,
What is it
Inferno
called?
Tower.
Yeah, that thing. You
Yeah.
can get that thing?
Mr. T.
Well,
We call him Mr. T. It is the fucking Eye of Sauron.
All right, I'm going to go look at my Town Hall level 9. I'm going to press the upgrade button so I can see what's new.
Yeah.
And I'm going to check it out.
Archer,
so you're going to get...
cannon.
No, let's start at the start. You're going to get a new pump and mine.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's going to be really cheap and something you can do for a while. Like, upgrading that shit's going to be fun. You get a new cannon, a new archer tower, another expo. What are your expos at?
2.
But they're both at 2? Mm-hmm. See, mine are at 1 because that's...
You know what? I've been going up
That's a lot.
against expos, and I don't think they're that great, especially if you've got some hot riders.
Yeah.
But keep going, keep going.
So, the expos are good. Another dark drill, great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's where
You're going to dump all the elixir into that thing. And then your new
Army camps get 5 more troops each.
Oh. Yeah, and you can upgrade all your troops farther.
Yeah.
The dragons and the bombers and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
So-
true. Yeah, that's
But
good.
here's the thing, Boneyard.
And then you got more
I
bombs,
maxed
which is stupid.
I maxed out on all my troops except for the P.E.K.K.A., which I'll start in 5 days because I'm sitting at 8 million fucking elixir I have nothing to do with.
Dump it in there.
That'll max out. The only thing that won't be maxed out is my healer. And I've got my minions, my hog riders maxed out, my witches maxed out. I've got
Shit.
all my spells maxed out.
You have to go again because you have to have a place to spend that. elixir.
I think it's about the troops.
I have a question.
I did not think he would
I totally
endorse.
get it.
Yeah.
No, I now I know why. Town Hall level 10 just for the fun of it, man. But you have to because you can't spend your elixir on anything more
Yeah.
other than troops. Everything else is maxed out, right?
Right. I can't use my elixir
All your
for anything.
barracks,
Everything.
everything.
And I wondered and I wrote down, in thinking about what we were going to talk about, as I said,
man, you
is the
have to.
game structured that when you hit that point in the game where you're completely maxed out on one thing, that you pretty much have to move forward, otherwise just burn it off. And
So I have a question.
and I feel like I'm just wasting all that elixir.
What? How long is it? You got to look at
Because I'll put it
how
in
much.
the
How much is it?
P.E.K.K.A.
How much is it to do your town hall?
4 million gold.
And how much you have now?
I think it's about 1.5.
So it's only 4. You said
Yeah.
4 million goes. So you need 3 million. So that's a.
I'm at 1.8 million.
Oh, you're halfway there. So that's a.
It's about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's really is. It's a little bit of work. You gotta put the time in. How long does it take?
14 days.
Ugh.
So by the time my P.E.K.K.As are done,
How long does How long?
because
do
I
the
would have
Pekkas
to do
take?
my research facility.
How much
first.
does the Pekkas take?
6 million.
And how much? And you have 8. How much do the healers take?
1.5.
In 14 days, are you gonna make 1.5 elixir? Probably.
I'll make more than that. I'll make in 16 days. I'll be at 8 million again because all I can spend it on is troops.
You're right. I was gonna say, keep it because but 14. That's 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
Where-
why I'm
yeah.
thinking about it's
No.
not like I'm going to town hall
dump it
10
dump
and
it
then
into dump as much as you can into the P.E.K.K.As, and then just make dragons for everybody in the clan for 2 weeks.
well, that's what I've been doing the last few days. Is I've been right before I go to bed. I fucking put in dragons and wizards, and then I get up in the morning and I can't give them away. By the time I check, there's not enough room, So I went into battle today with 4 fucking dragons.
fun.
I think I got 4,000 gold in that one. I mean, it was fucking horrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I like them. I love putting that fucking that castle down and being like, ding, that dragon comes out. And you're like,
Yeah.
clean up, son, clean
Because
up.
I'd go on, I'd say dragon for sale or dragon anybody, and then I'd wait, and I'm like, okay, I got shit to do, gotta move, and then the screen, and nobody would be every 5 minutes, and I'd walk away.
Yeah.
I'd come back, and there's like 5 troops in the castle, and you can't.
20 minutes later, everyone's like, yeah, me, and then they all are
I'm
on
just
there,
seeing
but
my-
other people have done it. Yeah.
I just see my 16 hog riders, sitting there going, well, I don't want to give you those. My dark
I do.
elixir's precious.
When I was making hog riders like crazy, I spent 20 grand on hog riders in a couple weeks or a week or something, just dumping them in there. I would just give those to everybody, and I'm like, oh, this army sucks because it's all goblins, 2 hog riders, and like 50 wall bombers.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm kind of screwed because I just been giving away all of my hog riders.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, whatever.
That's
I'll
what
go-
I mean. Like,
I'll go in with this.
I'm like, I'll give you whatever, but I know that I'm not making any more because I know we're stuck right here.
Well, here's the thing: is that when I'm making a hog rider, goblin, bomber army, what can I give away? Not goblins, not bombers. Nobody wants that shit. That's like That's the only rule in our plan is no gobs, no bombers. And I'm like, a hog rider, okay. And Nelson gave me some crap one time. He's like, the green guys, really? And I went, hey man, hog rider and goblin army. I'm all out of hog riders. I gave him 5 goblins. Like, and he's like, green guys, really? You know, I feel bad because I'm.
You know, they're
I'm
really
requesting,
good. They're
and I'm
really
not
good
giving
at
anything.
like lower levels, and they are probably. They are probably.
When you put down that you know, sometimes you don't know you have a dragon and you're like, oh shit, I put the dragon in the wrong spot, but he's gonna do some damage. You put down your thing thinking, you know, you just always assume that you have like 25 guys or maybe
Somebody's doing
maybe
somewhere.
20 guys. Like, you know, you have some archers and some barbs and maybe you might even have some minions or, you know, a wizard or a giant. Somebody threw a giant in there.
Yeah.
But you see those 5 goblins come running out, like, what are you doing? Where are they going? And they run like they just haul ass around the whole thing to get to the stupid pump.
They don't.
Like, what are these guys doing?
They're not even distracting anybody. Nobody's even paying
They're so
attention.
fast that nobody even shoots at them.
They're like, oh, who the fuck
Once
is
they
that?
stop, they're like, hey, well, we're stopped here. And then they just die in an explosion like idiots. Sorry,
It's like
buddy,
everybody else's, all your hopes for the future. Like, you go, well, there's still the goblet. Oh.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
You're hanging out in the clan castle. There's a bunch of tough barbarians and a couple of archers and a wizard. Like, we're gonna help out this army. And then these guys are like, oh, yeah, me too. I'm gonna go get some gold, dude.
Yeah.
Mohawk and a sack over their shoulder.
Yeah.
Goblins.
Overly ambitious. We'll say. Overly confident.
But they're fast. So yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
It's numbers.
I'm fucking
numbers.
going for it. Nothing gets in my way until the bombs start falling on top of you.
But in numbers, 100 of them, unstoppable.
Okay, so, you know, I honestly thought that this episode would be me trying to convince you that it would, well, not even
No,
trying to convince you.
for the reasons I don't. You know, if you don't go up in town hall if you don't have to. But once you have to, you have to. You have
Okay.
to. You have to. Right? I mean,
That's
yeah,
that was my question was,
Don't.
I mean, what I was thinking
go up in
about
town
is-
hall. You know, Titus and a couple other people were like, hey, what do I do? I actually got a tweet about that. I think it was it might have been Titus, maybe Sean. I'm not sure. Do I go up to level 9? I'm like, make sure you are fully upgraded until you can't, and then do it.
yeah, but
know?
all my gold stuff isn't fully upgraded.
Well, but you have to because of your elixir. What are you going to do?
Just waste thousands, you know, because it's not like I'll make less in the battles initially, maybe, but I'm not getting paired right now against anybody that's not a 10. And my
you're up
army,
you're up in the Crystal League now, man.
Yeah.
You're
And my
fucking
army-
top dog shit.
and my army is not doing as well as it could if I had 20 more. But it's almost 7 million to upgrade your army camp at that point. So it'd be, like you said, it'd be fun, you know, to
You
have
got all
all
this
the
new stuff.
And then you know that coming down the road is going to be Town Hall level 9, or something big's got to come down the road,
Town hall level what?
or level
12?
12,
Probably.
11.
11.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
it's got to come down the road at one point.
So
Or a water base, or a naval base.
yeah, right. The whole thing with the pirate ships we were talking about, and the
Yeah.
other thing. Yeah, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
But that's like doubling the game, like almost making it a whole, like really revamping the whole thing. Let's just Supercell. Let's just stick to donating to the clan fund
I don't know.
so that
about
you can
Right.
you can have more members.
But then it would grow into. I like the idea because it would build bigger things that could connect, but also it would build
Well, how about this? We're
be like a fucking Cold War between
but they couldn't fight each other. I mean, we can't fight each other. You know, like, we can't search out clans to fight them.
that would be. I think
you're
of
right.
all the features that you've talked about. I think that's the one you want to search out and destroy.
Yeah.
Search and destroy
Yeah.
feature, but you only get like
You little
3
asshole.
times. And unless they revenge you, then you get like 3 more times.
Yeah, and it would almost, but then it would have to be like different games that I've played where there's like a map where we're all on an island.
Yeah.
There's like 8 guys on an island, and then there's another island. You know, there's just a grids of islands, and you have to. There's times between attacks.
Yeah.
And that's too far. That's too far. That's not this game. I like the way this game is played. You press the button and you fight somebody right away.
Yeah.
And they're matched up between.
Yeah, I suppose it's not
trophies.
like World of Warcraft where you have to be in it, and
Yeah,
like
it's not a geography based thing. It's just everybody exists in their own little thing.
yeah.
So
which
searching
is nice.
someone out kind of defeats the purpose because otherwise, because it would just.
because you do have revenge.
That's enough.
But you know what?
I want the. You know what I want there.
You know what though? I bet if people could, you would hate that feature, because anybody that listened to this podcast would probably search both of us out and just attack us all the time.
Yeah, and I would kick their fucking asses because I would be like, what?
That's a very convincing defense.
Very succinct. What? If they were no, listen. If you were searching people out, it wouldn't work because it would have to be geography based. Otherwise, you'd just be burning people. The revenge is good enough. But what I would really like is the chat feature. We talked about this many episodes ago.
Private.
Mail from person to person. Hey, I just fucking burned you.
Mail, MAIL.
I think that's how you spell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So post right in
You
the
said
post.
mail from person to person.
I was talking about posts.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you know what I mean. Player to player mail.
Yeah.
Haha, I just burned you. Go suck a dick. You know what I mean? But and then there would have to be all sorts of mods, and it would be a whole nother thing where it would be more regulated, be rules and people talking to each other and being because trolls constantly people.
Could you imagine like if you had like the
people shitting on
so
each
you
other
have the
constantly?
defense replay, and then on the defense replay you had the person talking while they're yeah buddy, I'm fucking coming in right here for you, and then then they fucking fail,
Yeah.
and then they
Shit!
oh no fucking
No.
so
I don't think that
would be a cool
audio.
That would be a cool feature
Maybe-
because
maybe you
sometimes the people that really got you'd fucking hate them, but then the people that were talking shit when you pounded the shit out of them with your defense, that would really encourage people to like upgrade their defenses.
Even just when you looked on your defense log and your attack log, there was you could do one line of text.
Yeah.
You know, looks like your wall breakers are bullshit. You know, you could talk.
Yeah.
You could just say one thing to somebody.
The talking shit box.
Yeah. You could
Like-
revenge like,
You've got 126. No, you've got like
all 48, all 40
you've got
giants.
40 characters to talk shit without swearing. You know.
Well, it would have a filter.
Yeah. Because
This episode is brought to you by Pall Mall Blue. On the side of the pack, it says, Scotty, read that.
it says wherever particular people congregate since 1899.
Pall Mall.
The shit box. Well, I don't know how we're gonna top that on this episode. So, Boner, anything else you want to talk about before we go?
No, I don't even know what happened to my phone. I think I put it.
Oh, remember when we took a short break earlier and you were gloating? You were strutting around. I think you dropped it. And
Shit.
yeah, you're
I'll
going to
find
get
it.
raided.
All
So, you know what? We have, I do have to say this. Before we recorded today,
I found it.
the other episode came out, and I realized when I was editing that Boneyard didn't do his dramatic reading yet.
Oh.
So what we're gonna do
Yeah.
is
A-team.
he was supposed to bring it today to
Totally forgot it.
yeah
Was busy,
totally.
Was busy
I
playing.
called you like
He's like,
20
are you on
minutes
your way? And
before
I'm
you
like,
left.
yeah, I'll be there in a little bit. I got to put the kid to sleep, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta, okay, and then I Candy Crush for like a half an hour,
Yeah.
and then I totally forgot it. I totally spaced it.
So, but we've been hearing some feedback about what people like and what not. So we're gonna switch over to our instead of take a piss, we're nerding out, and so that is our other podcast.
I wish you would involve me in the names of these things.
Boneyard, we talked about this.
Nerding out with Scotty and Boneyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you. I would have been something more manly, like manning out with Scotty. I don't know, that's not
Yeah, because
I
it's
don't.
two men hanging out on a Friday night in the basement and with computers. So,
Well, you got to put it that way. It sucks.
well,
I'm going to go to the bar, dude.
well, we're having fun.
Always having fun.
Now, shut up.
You.
Okay. All right. So he's going to do the dramatic reading on
Dick.
one of the upcoming episodes because Clash of Clans podcast is doing the presents nerding out. We're going to do a few pilot episodes and then and see what you guys think and get some feedback. So from our fans and stands.
So up your butt, Joe Boo. We're doing it. If you know what that movie's from, call us at 424-27-CLASH. It's a challenge.
All right. I don't even know what that movie's.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Up your butt, Joe Boo?
Yeah. No, don't, you can't say it now.
I can't. I know. It's a challenge.
All
And I
right.
can't believe you don't know it.
No.
So call in before Scotty can figure it out.
Okay, Clash Clans contact us at clashclanspodcast@gmail.com. The blog, of course, clashclanspodcast.com, and 424-27-CLASH.
Yeah, call us down here live at in the sound studio at WBSMT
Oh, and
Radio.
of course at WBSMT Radio.
Yeah,
on
at
There's too many
WBSMT
things
Radio.
to like put things on these days. I mean,
don't
you would
know.
think
You're
thing.
right.
We had to stop the Facebook.
It'll get there.
but
It'll
yeah.
get there. It'll
All
get
right.
there.
Well, anyways, Clash on, everybody.
Yeah. See you.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.